This video contains elements that are not suitable for children under the age of 14. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey guys, Sean Fay-Wolfe of Diamond X Studios Music here, and it's really weeks like this that make me wonder if doing these top 40 reactions is, really worth it. I mean, obviously it's worth it to, react to the top 40 songs. A lot of those do end up being the biggest hits of the year. They all have to climb to the top 40, or at least the vast majority of them do. But for weeks like this, it's like, if you look at last week, I reacted to 8 songs, 6 of which were from Cardi B's new album. You know how many of those 6 songs are still in the top 40 right now? 2. You know how many of those songs I expect to actually have some sort of lasting impact, and actually, potentially even make the year-end list? 1. Maybe. So, honestly, I don't really... even though I reacted to all these songs, it's not like any of them are going to have these huge impact. But then again, I guess it's, it's good too, and I get to expand my taste in music and all that, and maybe, run into things that I might not have otherwise looked at before. Like, I really did like Get Up 10, and that one was one that I definitely would not have listened to if I weren't doing these reactions, so I guess it is worth it all in all. But yeah, that's just kind of a reflection on last week, and now we have one brief moment of quiet before a bunch of album bombs are coming up. So for now, let's just sit back, relax, and react to the 3 songs that we have this week. Okay, first up here we have Barbie Tingz, which is from Nicki Minaj, and this is kind of interesting because, I didn't really realize this until I looked it up just now, but Nicki Minaj hasn't released any new solo material for years now. It's been 4 years since her last album, and she hasn't really been putting out any mixtapes or stuff in that time either. She's really been kind of... But at the same time, I was about to say she's been absent, but she really hasn't, because she's just been doing so many guest appearances on other songs. She's just kind of, reached the status of just kind of being a go-to rapper to just throw down a guest verse whenever you want to. As far as my personal opinion on Nicki Minaj go, I honestly feel like I probably need to go back and reevaluate her, because back at the time I was, when I was barely paying attention to pop music, I thought Nicki Minaj was just, irritating, annoying. Basically the exact same opinion I had towards Cardi B when I first, listened to her. But then, the more I listened to Cardi B, the more I found there was some to appreciate. And I know that Todd in the Shadows certainly thinks highly of Nicki Minaj, which, alone, I don't agree with all of Todd's tastes in music. I disagree with him, actually fairly frequently. But I would say that I still do, respect his critical capacities. So if he says that, Nicki Minaj has a lot of good stuff, I think that's at least worth going back to take a look at it. So, who knows? Maybe I'll do that one of these days. But for now, we have her first new solo hits in quite a while, a few years now. We have Barbie Tingz, and we have Chun-Li. And Barbie Tingz is the lower charting of those two. I believe it's up to number 25 or 26 at this point, somewhere around there. But anyway, yeah, don't really know what to expect from that title, don't really know what to expect from this song, so let's just see how it goes. Barbie Tingz by Nicki Minaj. 3, 2, 1. Interesting note to start on. It's like a weird beat, but I dig it though. No, it's not. This ain't bad. This is such a weird beat. I feel like I should hate this, but I actually kind of like it. Not really a huge... I don't really like this synth thing that much, though. I'm more like the... I like these lyrics videos, because I definitely would not be absorbing these lyrics otherwise the first time. I definitely should not be enjoying this as much as I am, honestly. Oh my god. I just like how aggressive she's being with this, honestly. This is like exactly what I remember about Nicki Minaj back from the time where I didn't like her at all, but maybe it's just because Cardi B has softened me up, but I am just like, I definitely see the appeal of this. And there definitely is a comparison to Cardi B there, but at the same time, it's like, you could tell just by the way she's carrying herself that Nicki Minaj has just been doing this for so much longer than Cardi. Like, Cardi B carries herself like she's, not that she's fronting exactly, but it's more like that she's, like, she's going out there like she has something to prove. And Nicki isn't half-assing this by any means, but she's just like, you could tell that she's just like, she's comfortable with this. She's like completely confident in what she's doing. And again, that's not to say that Cardi B isn't confident, but she's confident in like a swaggering newcomer kind of way, whereas Nicki is more, you know, confident in like an old pro, like I got this on lock kind of way. And I think that's what I really took from that song, and I think that's the reason I liked it. And that was a weird beat too, but it was a good beat. I liked that beat. Barbie Tingz by Nicki Minaj. I was not really looking forward to that much. I wasn't like dreading it or anything, but I was just like, it's called Barbie Tingz by Nicki Minaj. What are you supposed to take from that? But yeah, I actually liked that quite a bit. I would not mind if this one stuck around. Good start. Not entirely sure if that optimism is going to carry over to the next one, but it was a good start. Okay, so up next we have our highest new debut of the week, debuting at number 25, I believe, Eskeetit by Lil Pump. I did not know what Eskeetit means, and after looking it up, I am still not entirely sure what Eskeetit means. I mean, the first time I heard it, it sounded like some sort of racial slur to me, but apparently it's just kind of Lil Pump's catchphrase, and it really doesn't mean anything. It's just an ad-lib he did once that kind of stuck, which I'm not going to lie is pretty much exactly the level of lyrical witticism that I would expect from the guy whose biggest hit so far goes, how was it again? Oh yeah, Gucci Gang, 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 Gucci Gang. You can put that in quotes if you want. And so, yeah, I honestly thought that was going to be the only thing that we ever heard from Lil Pump. I both legitimately thought that and also sincerely hoped that, since Gucci Gang was, I wouldn't say it was one of the worst songs of 2017, but that's only because, it was just mind-rottingly inane and just, it's the kind of, it's only 2 minutes long. I mean, it's hard to get angry at Gucci Gang. The only thing that I could get angry at regarding Gucci Gang is not the fact that it exists, but the fact that it got so popular. And the fact that it did stay at number 3 for as long as it did. And, the fact that I'm going to have to... The fact that it came up... I just realized it came at the end of December, which means I'm going to have to talk about it in the 2018 list. That'll be fun. So, yeah, I think in... 8 months or so, I'll be talking about Gucci Gang again, and hopefully this song doesn't stick around too, so I won't have to be talking about this again. Okay, to be fair, I have not listened to this song. It could be good. It's by the Gucci Gang guy, but who knows? It could be good. And, this video was posted, I think on the 13th. No, it says the 12th, so it's been up for about 2 weeks now, and it's already at 75 million views. Those are good YouTube numbers. Those are really good YouTube numbers, so oh, please don't let this be an actual hit. Okay. I have not listened to it yet, so I cannot judge yet. I'm going to go into this with an open mind. I am not just going to mindlessly hate on this. Let us see how Eskeetit by Lil Pump actually is. 3, 2, 1. Well, I mean, it's not the worst beat I've ever heard. Not, particularly good, either. Well, that's a horribly inefficient use of a car. You're supposed to drive it, guy, not stomp in the windshield. Well, he seems to actually be saying words, so I'll say this is a step up from Gucci Gang. Then again, this, synth is kind of, heavy, so it's a little bit annoying. That's one thing I'll say about Gucci Gang is it wasn't, I wouldn't call it annoying. I'd call it many things, but, annoying isn't really one of those things. Yeah, you can tell this guy is just like, you know, now that he has money, he's just like, you can tell this is one of those guys who just lives to make these music videos. He's such a non-presence, honestly. Like, what distinguishes this guy from any other SoundCloud rapper, honestly? It's the hair? Is that the reason he became popular? Is that the reason that this guy has 7 million subscribers is because of the hair? Is that what it was? I mean, I'm not gonna say many good things about 6ix9ine in my lifetime, but give him credit this. He knows how to commit to his image. That's the one thing I'll give him, is that he's... Yo, geez, that is terrifying. Yeah, at least 6ix9ine, like, completely, like, goes all in with his image. I mean... Lil Pump, he looks like... I mean, he looks weird with the hair, but it's, like, not, like... Yeah, you could tell that he's just like, people are paying attention to me, so I'm gonna make a video with a whirlwind of money, as many hot girls as I can possibly cram into it, and as much opulent wealth as I possibly can. I don't think that I heard him say the word Eskeetit once in that song. Maybe he did, and I just couldn't pay attention because he's just like so uninteresting that my brain kind of blocked it out, but I don't know. Better than Gucci Gang. That's all the praise that I'm going to give this song, and I think that that's all the praise that this song deserves, so yeah. Eskeetit by Lil Pump. Not his worst song. Still a Lil Pump song, but it's not the worst Lil Pump song. And third and finally, we have our last song, and the second Nicki Minaj song of the week, Chun-Li, which I believe is named after a Street Fighter character. You know, I do like games, but Street Fighter is not one that I have ever gotten into. I'm more of a Smash Bros. Guy myself. But yeah, so I'm trying to think what else is there to say about Nicki Minaj that I didn't already say in the, you know, the opening. I will say this, like, I guess one of the reasons that, you know, particularly as of late, I've been kind of, you know, down on Nicki Minaj and ready for her to go away, because, you know, I have, like, you know, said some pretty negative things about Nicki Minaj in my reviews so far. Not like a lot, but, you know, just from time to time. And that's because even though she has been doing basically just guest verses lately, she really has been not doing good guest verses. Like, I thought that, like, what were her guest verses? Like, on Motorsport, I thought she was, like, on both Motorsport and Rake It Up. Those were the two that I just could not get behind her at all, especially on Rake It Up. Like, I went into detail on that in my worst of 2017 list. I thought she was just really bad on that. She just, like, there was just nothing, you know, engaging about her. I think when Nicki, like, takes it slow, there's just, like, nothing interesting about her there. It's like, one of the reasons I like Barbie Tingz was because it had a bit of, you know, aggression behind there. She was, like, going at it. And so I hope that she does that here. Again, it's named after her fighting game character, so I should certainly hope that it's, you know, that it's a bit more aggressive, but I guess there's only one way to find out. Chun-Li by Nicki Minaj. 3, 2, 1. Hey, Nicki. Hey, Chun-Li. Sounds like a combination between a kazoo and a sneeze. Decent enough beat. Even the sneeze kazoo was kind of working. I hope she picks up even more, because I'm liking this crescendo so far. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Well, you do indeed have chopsticks in your gun. I did not realize that. Pardon me if in that outfit your hair was not exactly the first thing I was looking at, Nicki. I'm liking her inflections in this. I mean, she's not like just keeping all the same, like... That's another thing I like about Cardi B, but I think Nicki's doing it even better here. Who are you referring to exactly, Nicki? Maybe I missed something, but... I like this one too, honestly. Yeah, this is another thing that Nicki Minaj does have over Cardi B, is she is a better singer, I'll say that. I have not heard any Cardi B singing that I've actually liked so far, but Nicki actually is a pretty decent singer. I'm like it. This has a good number of switch-ups in it, I'm glad that there's some variance in this track. I like that the beat is just like slightly dissonant, not so much that it's distracting or like the center of attention, but enough to give the song like just a nice little hint of an edge. I think I like that one even better than the last one, honestly. I can't believe it. I thought Nicki Minaj's career was like basically like, you know, on the downward slide, not necessarily success-wise, but quality-wise. I thought that she was like, you know, done. But now that I think about it, I mean, I like both of those songs like a good fair bit. So yeah, the song's at number 10 right now. It's in the top 10, and I would not mind at all if this stuck around. I would not mind at all if this got big, because I think that this is actually, I like this one more than the other one. You know, and I was just, you know, it's not like anything like, it's not anything that I absolutely love, but I mean, I could definitely see myself, you know, looking into this like in my free time maybe. Chun-Li by Nicki Minaj. Pretty, not that bad at all. Pretty, I'd even go as far as to say it's kind of good. Alright, so that was the week, and honestly, I was pretty happy with that. That was, you know, it was nice to have a slower week for once. It seems like the last couple weeks of, like, album bomb after album bomb, I've just been, you know, had to react to, like, 8 songs at once. So it was nice to have a slower week for once. But this was, but yeah, I'd say that, you know, obviously there was a Lil Pump song, which is, you know, I'd say is the worst of them. But even then, that wasn't, like, you know, mind-destroyingly awful or anything. That was just, like, lame and dumb and just not good. But I'd say that the Nicki Minaj songs were basically the exact mirror of that. Like, as far away from, like, how much worse than average the Lil Pump song was, I'd say that's how much better than average the 2 Nicki Minaj songs were. Especially Chun-Li. That one I would not, yeah, I wouldn't mind that staying around. Production-wise, it wasn't just anything, you know, it wasn't anything too different from, you know, a lot of the other trap rap stuff we got, but it's Nicki Minaj, and it's Nicki Minaj actually being pretty alright, so, and Nicki Minaj does, even in a world where Cardi B now exists, those 2 songs were enough to basically convince me that, you know, despite their similarities, you know, the 2 can coexist and bring unique elements to the table. Motorsport did not do that, but these 2 songs did. These 2 weeks back-to-back of, you know, seeing Cardi, or rather hearing Cardi B, a bunch of Cardi B, and then a good amount of, and then a little bit of Nicki Minaj back-to-back, you know, that really put into context just how different the 2 of them are. So, yeah, I think that that's my, you know, verdict on those 2. You know, similar, but different enough. So, yeah, that was that week, and, looks like we're gonna have, pretty busy next few weeks coming up, which shouldn't be a problem for me. I'm actually right about to go into exam period right now, so there's going to be quite a lot going on between now and the next couple weeks. I doubt it's going to be, I doubt I'm going to be able to get the 2016 video out kind of soon. Script for it's done, but I have not done the recording yet, and the, you know, then there's all the editing after that. But I'm in the middle of, you know, you know, school wrapping up, so you guys will have to pardon me that those videos are going to take a little while longer to go out. But in the meantime, I'll still be doing these reactions videos every week for as long as it takes. Hopefully, it shouldn't be more than 2 weeks before the 2016 video comes out, and I hope you guys will be willing to wait till then. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.